What's up, FP? Coach Joe here with another great episode of Coach's Corner. Little break for the winter and the holidays. We are back and we are with a special guest today. We have Jason Markowicz. He is our CEO of Fitness Premier. Jason, let's kick this off by just telling us a little about yourself, your family, and your fitness background.
Yeah, sure, Joe. Well, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
No problem.
It's great that you're doing this for your organization. So I grew up active playing sports, since I was about 5 years old. Played football, basketball, baseball, the traditional stuff for many years. Grew up in Tinley Park, Illinois. Love fitness. Started really falling in love with fitness probably early on in high school.
Okay.
Started lifting weights and just started really developing a passion for it. And I was fortunate. I played football at San Xavier University in the south side of Chicago for 4 years. Had a good career there. And today we have two beautiful kids, 13-year-old, my son Chase, and my daughter Kinsey, who's 11. We moved from Tinley Park to New Lenox in about 2001.
Okay.
So we've been on here for about 20 years. And that's where we're raising our two kids. And
So what position?
played a little bit of running back and wide receiver. So it's
Okay.
kind of a unique story. I went there having not played my junior and senior year of high school football. So I took
Really?
2 years off. Yeah, I played basketball. I decided to play basketball instead of football and just didn't play those 2 years of high school. And then I was able to go to San Xavier. A couple of buddies were going there. I walked on and started my freshman year at free safety. So I was able to go on there and play right away. It's probably a testament to how bad we were back then.
Well, I mean, that's also a testament in the world that we're in with a lot of the people not playing high school sports.
Yeah.
So, you had 2 years off from not playing football and you still went to college and
You do
played
it.
ball.
For sure. Yeah.
So, I mean, that's awesome.
Thanks.
The Fitness Premier's mission is to create a community where we depend on each other, we hold each other accountable, and we never settle. We rely and trust on each other. We see greatness and we pull it out of each other. We are FP, we are one team, one dream. Let's get this show on the road, Jason. We all know that fitness is changing and all that. Let's talk a little bit about how you started in the fitness industry. I know you went to San Xavier in sports and all that.
Yeah.
How did you stumble upon this career or build this great thing that we got going on here?
Yeah, so when I graduated from San Xavier in 2000, I had a friend, a teammate of mine that had a cousin who was opening up a fitness facility in the Chicagoland market.
Okay.
And that is John Ballenhorst, who many of you guys know today, who's our partner in the business. But they were opening their first Cardinal Fitness back then. In
Cardinal,
2000.
okay.
Yeah, it was a Cardinal. It was in Shorewood, Illinois. So at the time I was living in Mount Greenwood in the south side near San Xavier. And I would commute from there to Shorewood to really work the front desk. I had a couple of 4 or 5 hour shifts. It was the first club they opened, so John's model back then was to invest in locations, finance them, and find operating partners to run the day-to-day. So he did that a few times with his family. He had 9 brothers and sisters. He did it with his sister and then his other sister. And so then as they grew that bread, I just organically got in there and learned the business and helped pre-sell and learn how to hire and recruit and do the whole process. And we did that for 4 locations. We went from Shorewood to Naperville to Oswego to New Lenox, where we live today. And then by that time, I had a pretty good understanding of kind of how it worked. I was eager and hungry for an opportunity. So the 5th one we opened in Bourbonnais, where our club is today.
Okay.
That was our first opportunity to get ownership, and that's back in 2002 we opened that club.
2002.
Yeah, so that's kind of how I got into the business, with kind of a unique opportunity of entrepreneurship meets fitness pretty early on. I was 24 when we got ownership in our first club.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And we have a couple of 20-somethings with ownership and stuff now.
We sure do.
So you're just passing it along.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I reflect on how I got started back then, and it's it was a big deal that John took a chance on us and invested and did that. So we try to pay it forward and create those opportunities for other people. I think that's very important.
And you have expanded when you were at that start. You did have a couple clubs in other states, right?
We did, yeah. So in 2006, after a couple Cardinal Fitness opened, we decided to change our name and just rebrand the concept, and we put it under Fitness Premier at that time. It's about 2006, 2007. And then we also opened up 6 clubs in 2007 in 3 different states. We opened up in Tennessee, we opened up in New York, and we opened up in Omaha, Nebraska.
Oh, wow.
So we learned a ton going through that. We had some wins, we had some losses.
Absolutely.
And it was quite a journey. So it was about a 5-year span we did that. And then, by about 2010, 11, my kids were born. So we're trying to kind of regionalize the brand and going, driving either 8 hours or jumping on a Southwest flight, twice a month and So we tried to kind of regionalize it to make it a little bit more manageable.
Yeah, I mean, I met you in 2015, I think.
Yeah, sounds about right. B&I, I think.
Yeah, B&I. We partnered up when we opened up the Manhattan Club. And it's been, 3.5 years almost now.
Yeah.
We are up to 12 locations now here, with our newest ones in Mohammed, Cedar Lake, and Coal City. This world is changing, everlasting. Every day it's changing, especially in the world that we're in right now. Over the last 10 months, actually it's now going on almost 12 months now. Everything's changing, the fitness industry, the health industry, all of that. What is probably the number one thing, I see you working out, I know how you work out. What's the number one thing that you would express to people to get them back on the bus, get them working out again, getting them off the couch, so to say, to most people that are watching?
Yeah, I think it's, for a lot of us, this is myself included, I think it's, having a clear goal in mind, a clear vision of kind of what you want out of your fitness routine. We are all striving for different things, so I think having clarity on what that is for you is important. And then I would, the second caveat to that would be, once you identify that, try to make it fun. Find a buddy, find some competitions, find a race, find something you can train for and shoot for, and do it with other people, because it's more enjoyable, it's more social, it's more fun, and you're more likely to stick with it. So.
Absolutely. I know we've talked about doing a triathlon and a 100-mile bike ride. I know you did the 100-mile bike ride last year, right?
Yep, sure did. We were thinking about doing the one in July 18th, Hammond to Kenosha.
Yes.
Too. So that one, I think.
Are you looking at that one again?
We are, yeah. Are you in?
That might be St. Jude's.
Okay.
I'll have to look at the calendar.
All right,
but if not, I am, because that's the one I want to get to.
Sounds good. You guys heard it here.
Put me under the bus. So one little last question. How do you see the fitness industry going over the next, 5-10 years?
Yeah, it's changing for sure. There's a lot of, there's a lot of challenges with COVID. There's a lot of opportunities. Markets are going to, I think, be opened up. We're seeing a lot of, the numbers that we're hearing is anywhere from 25 to 30% of facilities in the U.S. are going to be permanently closed, which is going to open up a lot of market share for those of us that can survive past that and find those opportunities. So, I think that's part of it. But then from an operational perspective, once you make it through those challenges, I think like cleanliness and sanitation are going to become more of the norm, and the standards obviously have increased. Right? It's not something that only good clubs do. It's, if you're in business, you better do it really well.
Absolutely.
Because the consumer, it matters. Safety matters. So I think that whole dynamic is changing rapidly. And then I think, obviously technology and digital and some of the things that are going on there is always going to be, I think, evolving, and probably evolving really quickly. But I think the other thing that
it evolved quickly for us with FB Live and doing all the virtual stuff that we have online.
Yeah. It was you and Sam and a team
pretty quickly.
It's been great, so giving people the ability to have access to workout routines or trainers or coaches or other people virtually is important, right? Because life happens and you can't always get to the gym.
Absolutely.
Necessarily. So yeah, I think those are some important ones. And I think relationships matter. I think people are social beings. I think they want to be around other people. They want to be supported in that way. So I don't think digital is the only aspect of fitness. I think health clubs and trainers and going to see people at the club and making it social and fun is here to stay. So
absolutely,
continuing to evolve that is important.
Yep. So everything is awesome, Jason. It's been a pleasure having you sit down with me. That's all the time we have for today. It is my belief that we are all athletes. It doesn't matter if you're a gym junkie, an elite athlete, or somebody just getting off the couch. We are all athletes. All we have to do is unleash our inner athlete. Thank you, Jason, for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Until next time, I'm Coach Joe, and this is Coach's Corner.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks, everybody.